Hey everybody, my name is Taylor Glenn and this is my channel Taylor Tries, where I try new things and I try to teach you new things. And today I'm going to teach you how to do an essential juggling trick called Windmill. Before I teach you how to do this trick, I wanted to take a second and thank everyone who is a member of my Otter Club over on Patreon. It is because of people like you that I'm able to make these free tutorials for everyone else, so thank you so much. Now, if you want to join the Otter Club, not only would I appreciate it and it would help me out, but you can also get an extended version of this tutorial. I will teach you how to do a couple other variations of Windmill that I think are really fun and look really cool. If you're interested in learning those variations, you can get immediate access to that extended tutorial right now for only $2. There's a link in the description. Go do that if you want to learn some more tricks. And if you're ready to learn this one, let's jump in. Windmill is not that hard of a trick, but there are a few things that you should already know how to do in order to get to this level. Before you jump into this one, make sure you already know how to juggle the 3-ball cascade, as well as the reverse cascade. I also have another tutorial on some beginner easy tricks that I recommend that you have learned before you try to learn Windmill, so if you haven't checked out that tutorial, go do that. But if you're feeling confident, let's start learning how to do this trick. Okay, so what is Windmill? Well, it's also called the false shower, and for good reason, because Windmill looks like the shower pattern. But it's a much easier variation of it, and it's a gateway for a lot of other essential tricks like Mill's Mess. In this trick, you are continuously throwing every ball from the same spot to create a circular pattern. That's easier said than done, as it always is, so let's break it down. In order to break this down, we're going to drop 1 ball. It's my favorite thing to do, break it down with 2. Let's do this. We're going to start with a reverse cascade outside throw. And when you do this, I want you to throw it all the way to the other shoulder. After you throw that first throw, I want you to then reach under with the other hand and throw an underhand throw, arcing that same direction. Right after you do that, you should catch that first ball with the hand you just threw with. So it should go 1, 2. Outside, under, outside, under. So I actually want to clarify something right here. Similar to the shower, Windmill is a one-directional trick, meaning when you're doing it, the balls will always be going one direction. Now, you can reverse it and go the other direction, and that's essentially what Mill's Mess is combining 2 windmills. What I'm trying to get at is take a second and figure out which direction feels best for you. Now, there's always going to be one hand that's on top and one hand that's on bottom. The hand that's on top will always be throwing that outside throw that we just talked about. So essentially, if you're starting with your right hand as that outside throw, your pattern is going to be going counterclockwise from your point of view. If you're starting with your left hand as that first outside throw, your pattern will be going clockwise from your point of view. So take a second and feel which feels more comfortable to you. Outside under or outside under. Practice that until you have it solid. And then once you do, we can pick up a 3rd ball. Okay, now that we have 3 balls, I want you to start with 2 in the hand that is doing that outside throw, so that top hand. And I want you to start by doing that first outside throw, just like we did before, and then you're going to throw that underhand throw, just like we did before. But this time when that second ball is coming down, I want you to drag that top hand out, back to that open position, and then throw it from the outside again. Then immediately reach over and catch the ball coming down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Catch. So it'll be outside, under, outside. The hardest part about this is that you drag that ball on the outside. That's really the hardest thing. So just remember that you throw, and then as you're throwing this underhand throw, just drag that ball out with the top hand and get ready to throw again. Outside, under, outside, catch. From here, you're just going to throw that underhand ball again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to have every ball come from the same spot, right in line with that shoulder. The other thing to remember is that you're going to be crossing your arms when you throw that outside ball and then uncrossing them when you throw the underhand ball. That's Windmill. This trick is really similar to the half shower, But instead of throwing that one hand as a normal cascade throw, you're just throwing it as an underhand throw. So if it helps you, you can start by doing a half shower and then eventually try to mold into throwing that ball underneath. That can be another way that's helpful of learning this. One of the things that I really want to emphasize is that that underhand throw needs to be all the way out from your shoulder, not from the middle, and it needs to curve like a circle to come in towards the other shoulder. So what you want to avoid is having your windmill look like a half shower where that middle ball is going straight up and down. It really needs to be thrown from that other shoulder position to really create that look of every ball following the same path. So every ball should be starting here and ending here. That's how you get windmill to look extra sweet. After you learn this trick one direction, I also recommend trying to learn it the other way. It's not uncommon for it to be harder to do one direction for most people because it's just something to do with our dominant hand and whatever, but it's fun to learn both ways because then eventually you can combine them and learn Mill's mess. I have a tutorial on that. If you haven't checked it out, now would be a good time to do it. That is all I have for you today on how to do the windmill, unless you are a member of my Otter Club over on Patreon, in which case I will be showing you some extended variations that you can do with this fun trick. If you want access to that, it's only $2. You can get immediate access right now. Click on the link in the description, help me out, and go learn some more fun tricks. Other than that, I hope that this tutorial helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. I have a lot of tutorials as well as a lot of fun other videos of me being a dork. So it's a good time. Go click the subscribe button and the little notification bell and all the things. Thanks for watching. I hope I helped and I'll see you next time. I nailed that one, that was good. Fun fact, this was the first trick that I ever did where I thought that I made it up. And it's pretty common, I think, for people to be like, I made up a trick, look at this. And then some other jugglers like, that's windmill, or the false shower, depending on what you want to call it. But I thought it was cool when I was 14 and I made up this trick.